Hello there, my friend. I thought that today we might go out and have a lovely picnic together. Yes, indeed, in the wonderful outdoors, laying together on the grass. How lovely would that be? How lovely would that be? I think it would be absolutely fabulous. Okay, so luckily for you, I have brought a number of delicacies for you to sample. Delicacies, little delicacies. Okay, would you like to try the first one, my friend? Would you like to try the first one? I brought this little spork. It's a teeny tiny baby spork, and I thought it would suit you. Perfectly, because it's so small and cute. Just like you. You cute little thing, you. Do you like that? When I tap you directly on the face with the spork? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But I think it's quite relaxing, actually. Maybe it's unusual to tap somebody directly in the face with a spork, but I think it's quite relaxing. Yes, indeed. So, my friend, are you ready to try the first delicacy of today's picnic? Now, this one is actually a little bit crunchy, so you may have to have a little nibble on that. What did you think of that? Did you like that? There's plenty more where that came from. My friend. Yeah, have another one. And another one. Yes, I think you like that, don't you? I can hear you gobbling that right up. Very crunchy though, isn't it? Very crunchy. Let me give you a few pieces, sort of a rapid fire, you might say. Rapid fire for you to enjoy. Yes, here we go. How is that? Is that enough for you? Hang on, wait there, my friend. I don't know if you can see, but there's some sort of tiny little insect crawling over your face. Oh, goodness me. Let me use the spork to gently encourage him to F off. You know what I'm saying? F off, little insect. We don't want any insects on our faces, okay? Our faces are precious, aren't they? Precious little faces, and we must keep them clean at all costs. At all costs, my friend, absolutely. Okay, so I think you look clean now. I think you look quite clean. Are you ready for more food, my friend, on this delicious little picnic? Yes, very good. Don't worry, not all the food is crunchy like the first one. I have some softer food for you to sample here. Here you go, my friend. Here you go. There we go. What do you think of that food? Much softer, isn't it? Much softer, indeed. Let me give you some more of the soft food. That's the kind of food that you can look forward to eating when you're an old person and you don't have your teeth anymore. Yes, indeed, there you go. Have some more of the old person soft food and mash it up with your little gums. Oh, goodness me. How adorable. There you go, my friend. A little bit more soft food for you to enjoy. And can you feel that? My friend? The sun is out, and it is warming us on our delightful little picnic together. Who says that? Picnic. Obviously, it's typically pronounced picnic, but pick-a-nick. You know what I'm saying? Picnic. What is that from? That's from an old cartoon, isn't it? Yogi Bear. Is that it? Is it? when you were younger. Possibly not, possibly not. Possibly you are too young and I am too old, you know what I'm saying? That is an ancient cartoon indeed, Yogi Bear. It was about a bear and he wore something like a hat and maybe like a tie or a bow tie or like a collar or something. I can't quite remember. I cannot quite fully remember. But rest assured, my friend, that was an excellent cartoon. An excellent cartoon indeed. Indeed. Yogi Bear. I think it was about the bear, Yogi Bear, and his friend Boo Boo the bear, who was a smaller bear, and they were constantly trying to get picnics from human beings, I think, to eat the food from the picnic. I think, as I said, that is very old. That is a very long time ago. A very long time ago indeed. I wonder what other cartoons I can remember from my childhood. I think Top Cat was also an excellent cartoon that I watched when I was younger. Do you remember Top Cat? Did you ever see Top Cat, my friend? Top Cat was about, I guess, a gang of cats, and maybe Top Cat was the leader. I really don't remember, but they kept getting in trouble with a police officer, I think. I think so. Top Cat was always being cheeky little Top Cat, and sort of evading the police and causing all manner of mischief to the police. I think that's what happened. I can barely remember these. Barely remember them at all. I must have been watching these cartoons when I was like maybe 8 years old. 8 years old. And I'm 32 now. 32. I'm basically ancient. Not long now before they put me into the retirement home. You know what I'm saying? And they come around every day and give me my little pills to keep me alive. And then we play bingo. And then I eat a jello. That's what happens in the old people homes, isn't it? Is that what happens? I think so. I think that's what happens in the old people homes. Well, something to look forward to. I'm trying to think about more cartoons, because obviously there must have been many, many more. I remember a racing one that I really enjoyed, and it had Dick Dastardly as one of the main characters. He was the villain. And there was Penelope Pitstop. I think Penelope Pitstop. She was like the girl, the young, I guess, hot girl of the races. And there were many other races as well. And every episode was just these people racing in their funny little carts. And they were trying to beat each other in all sorts of cartoonish ways, you know what I'm saying? And Dick Dastardly was, of course, the most dastardly of all, living up to his namesake. Indeed. And he would use all manner of strange contraptions and inventions to try and beat the other races. Every race. Yes, indeed. There were loads of other characters, but those are the only two that I can actually remember. Dick Dastardly and Penelope Pitstop. That's a good name. Actually. That might be Dinkley. Penelope Pitstop. Dick Dastardly. That one's a little bit more difficult to say. I've scrambled my tongue and I've scrambled my brain, my little friend. Are you enjoying this? Are you enjoying our little picnic together and our lovely little enjoyment of the sunshine? How wonderful. A little bit cloudy again today, but not too bad. Not too bad at all. And when the sun comes out, oh my goodness me. It is hot. Wow. But we can work on our tan together, can't we? Yes, we can. We can get nice and tan. And then you know what? You know what happens after that, don't you? Everybody gonna be checking us out. They gonna be checking us out. They gonna be like, God damn, look at those tanned individuals over there. They look kinda. They look kinda. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I can tell. I can tell by the look in your eyes. By the look in your eyes. You know exactly what I'm saying, don't you? Yes, you do. You don't mind when I tap you on the face, do you? Maybe this might make like a nice stroking device. You know, stroking your face. Okay, stroking your face. I think it might be nice and relaxing. Do you think so? What about that? What about that? Let us try from the other side. What is that like then? Is that nice, my friend? Is it nice when I use the spork to brush your face? Brushing your face with a spork. Is that... Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Sorry, my friend. I think that was a little bit of a sharp noise. We don't like sharp noises, do we? No, we do not. No, we do not. Let me just gently spork you. Okay. Gently, gently, gently does it. Gently, gently, gently does it. What did you think about that? Was that nice? Was it soothing? Soothing? Calming? Calming? Maybe tingly, tingly, tingly. Tingly, 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 tingly. Maybe tingly. I'm not sure. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes we just experiment, don't we? How will we discover new and amazing things if we do not experiment? Are you ready for some more food? Here you go. There you go. Have that, my friend. Have that, my friend. Can you hear that? Can you hear that in the background? I think you probably can. That's the sound of construction. Construction. I loathe construction. The sounds of it anyway. It's ever so loud and unwelcome and unpleasant. But you know what? Sometimes things need to be done. Sometimes things simply need to be done. You know, we can't have the lives that we have now without a little bit of noisy construction every now and then. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? These people are doing very important jobs, very difficult and important jobs. So I think it would be good if we were appreciative to them. Yes, yes indeed, yes indeed, yes indeed. Even though it is a little bit noisy, isn't it? A little bit noisy. But you know, peace and quiet seems to be in such short supply these days. Almost impossible sometimes to find moments of peace and quiet, peace and quiet, peace and quiet. It's suddenly very windy, my friend. Suddenly very windy indeed. Oh goodness me. Oh goodness me. Can you hear that? Can you hear the wind? Don't worry, I'm just stroking your ears with the spork right now. I'm kind of combing your ears with the spork because your ears are quite hairy. Your ears are quite hairy. And I'm just gently combing through your hairy ears with the spork. That's normal, isn't it? That's a normal thing to do. That's a normal thing indeed. Hopefully the hairiness of your ears is negating all of the sounds produced by the wind. All of the sounds produced by the wind. You know what I'm saying? You know what? You might think that hairy ears are undesirable. You might think that hairy ears are kind of gross. But I must say, my little friend, when I look at your hairy ears, they actually look kind of cute. They are very hairy though. They're actually fluffy. I would go so far as to describe them. Fluffy. Why are fluffy things cute? Why is that a thing? Doesn't really serve any sort of evolutionary purpose, does it? Why would we see a fluffy animal and think that it is cute? Because, we kind of need to eat animals, don't we? Kind of. I think so. I didn't eat any animals for, I think, 7 years total. 7 years total. And I lost a lot of weight. And my health was not very good. Not very good by the end of it. So I do think that it is necessary, unfortunately, to eat animals. That was my conclusion. Perhaps I'm wrong, though. Perhaps I'm wrong. And perhaps I could even do the experiment again. I could begin another 7-year-long experiment. And we could see if this time it would go better than the first. I am more knowledgeable now. More knowledgeable. Look at the size of this head. Look at the size of it. Look at the absolute size of my head. It's freaking gigantic. Freaking gigantic. You know what that means, don't you? That means that I'm actually so intelligent. I'm so super intelligent. Because inside this big head of mine is a big brain. A big brain. Big brainium in my big cranium. You know what I'm saying, my friend? You know what I'm saying? You don't have that problem. You don't have that problem. You have a small little cranium, don't you? Small little head, small little cranium, which means that you have a small little brain. Small little brain. You are unburdened by the painful weight of thoughts. I wish I was like that. I wish I was like that, my friend. It is, in my opinion, very clear that there is an inverse correlation between intelligence and happiness. Sometimes intelligence feels like a disability. It prevents you sometimes from taking action because you overthink things, don't you? One moment, my friend, you have a little bit of stuff on your face here. Let me just try and clean your face a little bit there. Is that better? I think it's a little bit better, isn't it? A little bit better. But yes, as I was saying, I think that once you reach a certain threshold of intelligence, it actually begins to be a hindrance in certain things, like navigating this world and society, this human construct. Because you begin to overthink, you begin to worry, to experience anxiety, to not take action because of what if this happens, what if that happens, it is possible that this may happen. Whereas people who are unburdened with intelligence, they simply take action, and I think maybe 9 times out of 10 the action, it goes well and they're successful. I think perhaps it is more important simply to take action regardless of what may happen, because there is quite a good chance that good things will happen. You may achieve the exact outcome that you hope for, that you hoped to achieve at the start of taking the action. Don't you think so? Don't you think so, my friend? Don't you think so? I think so. I think that the key to success, even for intelligent people, is to turn off brain and simply do stuff. And later, afterwards, then, that is the time to analyze. You can analyze whether or not something worked, what didn't work, and then you can take corrective measures And the next time you take action, you can change how you do things to be more successful. That's what I think. That's what I think. But I'm a loser. I'm an unsuccessful loser. So, why on earth would you listen to me about success? Do I look successful to you? Does that look like the face of somebody who is successful? No. You should find somebody who looks successful to take advice from about success. You know what I'm saying? How are you enjoying the picnic, my friend? How are you enjoying the picnic? It's getting quite cloudy now, and it's even getting a little bit windy. I might even go so far as to say that some of these clouds look threatening. They look grey, and heavy, saturated with moisture. I think it might even rain soon. Maybe just a little shower. That's no good, is it, my friend? That's no good at all. I think you know what this means. Unfortunately, my friend, it is time. It is time to say goodbye to each other and to this wonderful little picnic. This picnic. We had a lovely little picnic together, didn't we? Yes, we did. And, maybe we can have another picnic together in the future, or maybe we can do something else together in the future. I would like that very much, my friend. Okay, before it starts to rain, and before we both get soaking wet, I think I'm going to pack up this little picnic and head off. I'll see you again for another lovely little adventure outdoors, or some sort of tingly happenstance. You know what I'm saying, my friend? You know what I'm saying. Goodbye. Take care. I'll see you again. Bye-bye, my friend. Bye-bye, my friend. Oh my. What do we have here? Something that looks absolutely delectable, if I do say so myself. Oh yes, looking succulent, looking delicious. Oh my goodness me, looking scrumptious. Let me take a better look at you, you interesting little thing. You luckily. I have my little magnifying glass here. Can you see it? My little magnifying glass. Let me take a better look at you. Oh my goodness me, you look even more scrumptious and delectable through the magnifying glass. to eat you. Oh yes indeed, oh yes indeed. Stay right there, stay right there. There is no use in resisting, in trying to run away from me. Can't you tell? Can't you tell? My friend, I am absolutely gigantic in comparison to you. Absolutely gigantic in stature and in strength and in power. You think that you have a chance of getting away from me? Is that what you think? Is that what you think? You think that you could run away from me, don't you? Yes, you do. Yes, you do, don't you? I can see the little cogs in that tiny brain of yours, wondering how that you might escape this predicament. This predicament. There is no escape. There is no escape. You must simply accept your fate. Accept your fate. Give in to the will of God. Accept today it's not God's will that you're fulfilling. It's my will. My will. My will is akin to the will of God. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Speaking of God, thinking biblically, you know what I am compared to you? I am Goliath, the absolute giant, the absolute powerhouse. But, my friend, you are no David. You are no David. Look at you. Far too small and insignificant to be a David versus Goliath. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. You stand no chance. Stay right there. Stay right there and let me sample you. The first bite. The first bite. I wonder what you'll taste like. I'm salivating at the thought of it. I'm salivating at the thought of it. Oh my goodness me. You know what? You know what? You taste absolutely flipping amazing. I simply must have more. I simply must have more. I can't resist. You know, from my initial inspection of you, I thought that you looked like you would be a tasty little snack. You know what I'm saying? You look like a tasty little snack. But now that I've actually tried some of you, you taste even better than I thought. Even better than my highest expectations. My highest expectations. You have exceeded them. You have exceeded my highest expectations. That's absolutely obscene. That's absolutely obscene. Don't you understand? Don't you realize the power of this mind, the power of the imagination, and my expectations? They can be so unfathomably high, and you exceeded those unfathomably high expectations. That's right. I'm talking about your flavor profile, baby. Your flavor profile. That is one good flavor profile you got going on there, baby. There's one good flavor profile. One moment I've got an insect crawling on me. That rude little insect thought that he could come along and interrupt our intimate moment here. Our intimate moment. Third wheeling, absolutely putting himself in a position where he does not belong and is not wanted. The absolute audacity of that insect, the absolute audacity. Delicious, simply delicious. That's what you are. That's what you are. Simply delicious, simply delicious. Oh my goodness me, I can't get enough. I can't get enough. I might just have to eat you all. Eat all of you. Can you imagine? Then you'll be inside my tummy. Inside my tummy, probably being digested or something. I mean, I guess that is generally what happens to things that go inside my tummy. They get digested. They get digested, don't they? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Do you want to be digested? I don't think you do you? I don't think you do. I can tell by the look on your face. By the desire to escape. desire to escape. I can see it written all over your face. Your gormless little face. It's okay. You know what I might do? I might simply eat around you, if that makes sense, and leave you enough to survive. Perhaps I will be merciful. Perhaps I will be merciful. Am I a merciful God, or am I a mad God? Are they both the same? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who could possibly know the mind of God? Delicious. Absolutely delicious. Scrumptious. 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 Succulent. 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 You are absolutely succulent. And I ain't talking about no plant. I ain't talking herbivorous. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about vegetation here. I'm talking about succulent flavor, full of juices. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, baby. Let me just take a little bit more. Oh my goodness me, the sun has come out and it is absolutely cooking me, cooking me, cooking me. You know what as well? You know what? We're completely and utterly alone in this field right now, just you and I. I could do whatever I want to you. And I will. I will. I'm going to eat you. Delicious. Delicious, delicious, delicious. Maybe you shouldn't be so tasty if you don't want to get eaten. You know what I'm saying? That's right, you. It's your fault that you're being eaten right now because you're so delicious, so scrumptious, so absolutely tempting. The temptation is unbelievable. You know what I was thinking about recently? Werewolves. Werewolves. Perhaps you think that's strange. Why would I be thinking about werewolves? Werewolves are just mythological creatures, creatures of fantasy. Maybe that is true. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe werewolves are real. Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about that? That's a possibility. It's a possibility. But I was thinking of them in the context of being a metaphor. You know what I'm saying? A metaphor. And if they were a metaphor, what would they be a metaphor for? I think that it's possible that the werewolf is a metaphor for the beast nature that lurks dormant inside every man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You don't look like you know what I'm saying. You don't look like you know what I'm saying. There's a vacant expression on that face right now. Allow me to explain my little thoughts, my little thought pattern. Werewolves, they are normal men, aren't they? From the outside, that's what they appear to be. But then on the full moon, they change into a dreaded beast, a werewolf. Unstoppable, powerful, untamable, wild, unpredictable, chaotic, dangerous. And I think that speaks to the beast nature that lies within every single man that he tries to suppress. Most men, they fear this side of themselves. Don't you think so? Don't you agree? Perhaps you know, my little friend. Maybe you feel it too. Maybe you feel the fear of the beast that lurks within you. What could happen? What could happen if one day, under the right circumstances, under the right time, perhaps provoked by the right person, the full moon does something. It takes over and changes the course of their life entirely, completely and utterly. Eradicates all progress that they were making towards their little insignificant civilized goals in life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Most people, they like to live safe little lives, don't they? They like to live safe little lives. They take risks, but they are calculated risks, aren't they? Calculated, they're thought about, they're planned ahead. Sometimes you might even have a safety net beneath you in case your risk does not pay off. But what if you threw all caution to the wind? You gave in entirely to your most base, primal instincts and desires, and you simply pursued them single-mindedly, and you simply took what you wanted from the world at any given moment, any given time, any second. How would that change the course of your life? It could destroy it, couldn't it? It could destroy it entirely. But you silly little sausage, you silly little sausage, don't you realize that our lives could be flipped upside down at any given moment beyond our control, without our knowledge? You could lose everything in an instant. Gone in an instant. Some event could occur beyond your control that completely and utterly changes the course of your life, so that you lose everything that you have worked your life to gain and to accomplish. It all goes out the window just like that in an instant. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And what if even worse than that? What if even worse than that? Your life becomes irrevocably changed and destroyed through your own actions that you could have prevented had you had more self-control and more self-discipline. Then the fault would lie entirely with yourself, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Or maybe it's beyond your control. Maybe the real foolish thing is to think that you have any control whatsoever over yourself. Are you not just a passenger in your body? Are you the pilot, or are you the passenger? Are you just along for the ride, or are you actively controlling the course of your destiny? I don't know, my friend, I don't know. What are you doing to my brain? What are you doing to my brain? I think by ingesting you are having some sort of impact upon my thoughts, upon my brain, upon my mind, upon my sanity. Or maybe I always had a loose grip on reality and on my sanity to begin with anyway. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's simply slipping more and more every single day. Perhaps I will wake up one day completely and utterly insane. Will I know when that day comes? Will it simply seem like another day to me? But those around me, they will obviously know. They will be able to see with unclouded eyes the insanity of me, my actions and my thingy-ma-bobby-wobbies. You know what I'm saying? It's okay if you don't understand what I'm saying. You don't need to understand. I don't need to understand either. Things will simply happen whether we understand them too or not. Our understanding is not a prerequisite. It is, if anything, arrogant of us to assume that we must understand something. You mustn't have anything at all. You are not entitled to anything at all in this life. Don't you know that? You are not entitled to anything. You are simply here, placed here survive or get what you want from this life, it is entirely down to you. Entirely down to you. You must take grip of this life and of your destiny. And you must make it what you want it to be. If you want something, you must get it. It's not simply going to be handed to you for free. Don't you know that? Don't you know that? For instance, this very situation, my friend, where you're simply lying there, docile and submissive, allowing me to eat you. If you want to escape this situation, you have the power. You are the one that must take action. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? You are the one that must take action. Okay. Okay, my little friend. Remember that. In that precious little head of yours. Remember. You are the one that must take action. If you want something, do it. If you want something, take it. Take it from this world. Nobody else is going to give it to you. And people will do what they want. People will take what they want from the world regardless of how you feel about it, okay? Regardless of how you feel about it. So perhaps you should be a little bit less considerate of their feelings and what they want. Perhaps you should take what you want for a change. How does that sound? How does that sound, my delicious little friend? My succulent little friend. Do you want? What do you want? Do you want to take what you want from this world? Are you willing to do it? Are you willing to do it? Are you capable of doing it? Or perhaps you prefer being exactly what you are, exactly what you're being right now. A passive little entity that simply allows things to happen to you instead of making things happen for you. There's nothing wrong with that, of course. There's nothing wrong with that. Without you, without people like you, people like me, couldn't get what they want now, could they? No. There has to be a little bit of balance. A little bit of balance in the world. Don't you think so? Don't you think so? We can't all be selfish little buccaneers taking whatever we want, taking whatever we please whenever we want. Some of us have to be the ones that get taken from. Some of us have to be the ones that take it. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? I think some people even enjoy taking it. You know what I'm saying? Being the ones that are taken from. Some people enjoy it, don't they? Some people enjoy submitting themselves to the world and whatever may happen to them. What absolute ramblings. You know what's funny, my friend? You know what's funny, my friend? I was completely and utterly alone here in this gigantic field. And there is adjacent to this field a second gigantic field which is also completely and utterly empty. However, now an old man has appeared. A man maybe 60, I would gauge in his 60s, definitely retired, and he seems to be engaging in some sort of physical activity, running around, trying to keep himself fit and healthy, no doubt. An admirable goal to not go silently into the night. Fight it, and remain healthy, strong, and full of vitality for as long as you possibly can, of course. But this old man has decided to run back and forth laps in a straight line directly next to me, when there are two gigantic empty fields. He could run absolutely anywhere he wants, but of course he chooses to run next announcing his decision on where to run, but you know what? Why couldn't he just flip off and mind his own business? Take another section of the field, or better yet, take the field that's right next to us, that is the same size, and that is completely empty. Some people, my friend. Perhaps I'm being extraordinarily foolish and hypocritical in my complaints, though. Because he is doing exactly what I was talking to you about moments ago. He is taking what he wants from the world and damning the consequences and damning what other people think. He wants to run here, specifically. Yes, there's 2 empty fields, and he could run anywhere else, but he wants to run here, where I am trying to film quietly and peacefully. He wants to do it, and so he is going to do it. He simply is going to do it. What am I going to do about it? What am I going to do about it? Nothing, because he's an old man, of course. And if he wants to run here, he can't he? He's got just as much right to be here as me. Let's be sensible for a moment. But that is what I'm saying, my fuzzy little friend. My fuzzy little friend, can you hear that? Can you hear that? Stroking your fuzzy little ears right now with my fork. The fork is absolutely perfect for stroking through the fur on your ears. Furry ears. Imagine that. Very little ears. I shan't be eating those. I don't want hair in my mouth now, do I? Very good, my friend. I think I am absolutely stuffed full of you now. Stuffed full of you. Can you believe it? I've been eating you for some time now. I can't stop though, can I? No, I can't help myself. You're so absolutely delicious. So absolutely succulent. Delightful. What an absolute meal you are, baby. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's enough. I need to stop, don't I? Before I get indigestion. Or worse, fat. Nothing wrong with being fat, of course. In fact, I kind of like it a little bit. You know, something soft to squeeze and grab onto. I should not be talking about things like that, though, not right now. Not when you're here looking like an absolute snack, getting me all worked up and whatnot. My apologies, I don't know what I'm saying now. I've lost it. Okay, my friend, that's enough. That is enough. Stop. No more eating. That's for me. That's me. I'm talking to myself now. Giving myself a little bit of a scolding. Naughty Ross. Eating so much. You greedy little pig. Greedy boy. Oh well. I think I've left you in a good state, haven't I? I haven't completely and utterly consumed you. You'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine, my friend. Absolutely fine. And maybe I'll even see you again in the future. Maybe by that time I can eat some more of you too. I think so. Well, it has been an absolute pleasure to eat you, my friend. An absolute pleasure. Take care, and I'll see you again, no doubt. little bit cloudy today, but there is some sunshine. Is that what you're doing? Trying to catch some rays, is it? Some rays of sunshine. Some of that good old vitamin D. We love vitamin D, don't we? Yes, we do. You know what? I think that you might have the perfect face to be drawn on. Yes, indeed. Your face looks so absolutely flat. So flat that it's almost like the perfect canvas. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I could do a little work of art on you. A little work of art. What do you think? Do you want to allow me to draw on your face? I think so. Okay, luckily for you, I've got my pencil case with me. Yes, I do. In my little rucksack. So just give me a second and I'll get my pencils out. This colour first. What do you think about it? It is a lovely green colour. A lovely little green colour. Can you see that? I'm going to start drawing on you now, okay? Okay, my little creature, my little friend. There we go. That's not too uncomfortable for you, is it? No, I don't think so. I'm being very gentle, aren't I? Yes, indeed, my little friend. Don't you worry, I might appear to be like a giant to you, but I assure you that I can be very gentle indeed. In fact, I prefer to be gentle, really. I wish everybody was a little bit more gentle in life, don't you? I think sometimes people are so caught up in getting things done, and they're so in their minds with worries and concerns that they forget to be soft and to be gentle and to take their time in the world. You know, my little creature, my little friend. I don't think you have that problem though, do you? No. That's why you're lying here in the grass, simply chilling and enjoying yourself. Enjoying this beautiful sunny day. It's quite nice and sunny indeed, actually. And do you know what? We've been lying here so peacefully together that there are now magpies. Little magpies, they've come over and they're walking around in the grass. They're very close indeed, actually. Very close indeed. I'm surprised that they're not more afraid of me. But I guess they're just curious. They want to see what's going on here. What is this strange big human doing lying in the grass there? It looks like he's drawing on a creature. What the heck? Drawing on the face of a creature. That makes absolutely no sense. Birds don't understand. Can you hear that, my friend? Church bells. Oh. very quiet, the church bells. They finished now. But I wonder if you could hear them. You are such a small little creature. Such a small little creature. That it wouldn't surprise me if perhaps they were too far away for you to hear. You know what I'm saying? They're just sort of delicate, distant little church bells. I love church bells. I love church bells, I must say. Have you heard of that crazy conspiracy theory that something happened historically? There was some sort of historical event where church bells were removed from churches. They were removed, and en masse, you know what I mean? Like hundreds of church bells were removed. And I don't know why that happened officially, but the conspiracy theory is that the sound that church bells produce is healing. It has healing frequencies, you know. So when you play church bells and the sound resonates over a long distance, a far distance, the healing frequencies, they carry over a great distance, and all the people that hear them and all the creatures that hear them, they receive some healing energy from the frequencies of the church bells. And some people decided that this was not a good thing, that they did not want everybody to be healed by the healing frequencies of the church bells, so they removed them all. But why would somebody not want somebody to be healed? Why would that be the case? Could it be that there is some sort of other conspiracy theory? Maybe we all know that companies make money by selling us medicine, don't they? These cheeky little companies, they make money by selling us medicine, so it stands to reason that if we needed more medicine, they would make more money, wouldn't they? So maybe it's actually good for these companies. If people are sick, well, that's just terrible, isn't it, if you think about it? Because then that incentivizes the companies to make people sick, so that they buy medicine, so that the companies make more money. Oh goodness me, what a terrifying conspiracy theory. Such a conspiracy theory is so evil that it couldn't possibly be true, could it? No. Don't worry, my friend. Don't worry, my little creature. Don't worry, that pretty little head of yours. There's no need to be worried. There's no way that we live in a world where there are people and companies that are so evil that they would willingly make people sick so that they could make money off them by selling them the medicine and the cure to their sickness. No. Don't worry about that, my friend. Don't worry about that, my little creature friend. That's not real. That can't be real. That has to be simply a crazy conspiracy theory that we see on the internet. No, these must be these crazy extremists that I hear about that live on the internet. I could never be such a person. Me, look at me. Do I look like a crazy extremist conspiracy theorist to you? No. What I concern myself with is drawing with lovely little colouring pencils and creating little works of art, you know. I like to be creative. That's what I concern myself with. I think it is foolish to get caught up in all this nonsense in the world. You know how many people expend all their time and energy on this nonsense. You know what I'm saying? This absolute nonsense. Worrying about things that are beyond their control, that they have no real influence over. Or maybe maybe if these people, they think, and they think about these subjects often, and they get involved in them, in debates and arguments, things like politics and whatnot. Maybe it gives them a sense that they have some sort of control over the issue or the thing that they are getting involved in. Maybe it gives them a sense of peace, actually, because they believe that they are taking action to correct something that needs to be corrected, some sort of issue. Maybe that's the case. Is that the case, my little creature, my little friend? What do you think? What do you think? What is going on inside that little brain of yours? I'm not sure myself. I used to be interested in all these sort of worldly affairs and politics. I used to keep up to date with the news of the world and the happenings, and I thought it was very important. To do so, to be aware of everything that's going on, because a lot of big things happen. But then I thought to myself, how is this helping me and my life, my day-to-day life? Is it helping me, or is it in fact making me worse, because it's causing me stress and anxiety to be concerned about all these big things going on in the world that I have no control over? You know what I'm saying? Things like wars, things like terrible things happening to people thousands and thousands of miles away. Obviously, I don't mean to diminish these things. These things are happening, yes, and they are terrible, yes, and they should not be happening, no. But what am I going to do about it? You know what I'm saying? What am I going to do about it? I can barely pay my bills. I can barely pay my rent. That's what concerns me, Staying in a nice home. Not even particularly nice, but you know what I'm saying. Not becoming homeless and feeding myself. Trying to be healthy. Trying to look after those around me. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that really concern me on a day-to-day basis. And just keeping up with, the politics of the world and all the events, all the crazy events in the world. Does that really help me in my day-to-day life? Is it a good thing, or is it a bad thing? I think I came to the conclusion that it was a bad thing. That it was stressing me out, causing me to worry about things that are beyond my control. And so, pretty much I just stopped with engaging in any sort of political discussion or political nonsense. That's what I really call it, political nonsense. People talking all day, arguing all day, not really achieving much though, are they? Not really achieving much though. No. And so now I spend a lot more time doing creative things, and things that are actually productive, things that have an actual impact on my life. Less time doom scrolling, and more time actually making things and doing things. And I must say, I believe that my life has improved since I have started to ignore all the worldly happenings, all the news, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to choose the perfect pencil here. Look at this color. Oh my goodness me, what color even is this? It's some sort of blue, isn't it? Some sort of bluey greeny. Oh, let's mix this with this color here. Oh yes indeed, look at that. Oh goodness me, look at that. That's absolutely phenomenal. What a color. Blending these two colors together has created actual beauty. You're going to be beautiful. You're going to be absolutely quite beautiful to begin with, though. You know that. You know that, don't you? Yes, I was just walking in this little field. Walking in this field with the grass. The lovely soft grass. How I love the grass. And yes, I stumbled across you. I noticed you down there. All the way down there. By my feet. Because you're such a small little creature, aren't you? Such a small little creature indeed. I noticed you immediately. You stood out because of your beauty. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, my little creature. Those beautiful little features of yours. How marvelous, how wonderful. But now, I am drawing on you, colouring on you, and creating a little work of art. A little bit of expression, expressing myself. And I think it is enhancing your beauty even further. Even further. Oh, goodness me. Goodness me. I simply cannot wait to see the reaction of people that see you after this little work of art has been finished. I think you might have gone from a 9 to a 10. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Absolutely. How marvelous. How wonderful. Oh, the weather is very nice now. Can you feel it? Can you feel the rays of sunshine? The rays of sunshine. They're warming my skin. I feel like I'm being blessed. Like the sunlight is not just upon my skin. No. Not just upon my skin. Not even just penetrating my cells and getting into the cells and giving it special magical powers. No. Not just that. I think the sunlight is penetrating my very soul. I think it is penetrating my very soul. And with its effervescent beauty, it is purifying me. It is purifying me. I think so. I think so. How could anything else be occurring right now? How could anything else be occurring right now? Can't you feel it? Can't you feel it? I think you can. Just take a moment to feel the sun's rays as it penetrates your skin and seeps into your very soul. You can feel it, can't you? You can feel it. I think you can. I think it's not just me. No. I think you can feel it too. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You know what I was thinking recently? Why aren't there more cool cults? You know what I'm saying? Why isn't there a cool cult that worships the sun right now? There probably is somewhere, right? But I feel like in earlier time periods, it was more common to have cults. People worshipping just unusual little things together and having unusual little rituals and habits and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Why has that disappeared, do you think? Why has that disappeared? Do you think it is because of science? Do you think it is because of science? Do you think that atheism is on the rise because of rationality and science? It's possible. I think that's quite a good argument. But I don't think it necessarily means, I don't think science necessarily means that religion is therefore forfeit. No, I think they can be together. I think they can mold together, complement each other quite nicely, don't you? I think so. I think it's possible that science is simply the explanation of how things work in God's world. You know what I'm saying? Science is like the method of how things work, of how God made things operate, you know? I think it's possible. I'm not sure what I think, honestly, my little friend, my little creature. I think anything is possible. Anything is possible. And I do flip-flop. I'm a flip-flopper. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, a little flip-flop. Sometimes I think one thing, and then another time I think the complete opposite. The complete opposite. I guess I'm a little bit foolish like that. Is that foolish? I don't know. I think it's more foolish to be certain about things, to be 100% certain about things, you know what I'm saying? How can you be 100% certain about anything in this world? What do you think is certain in this world? That the sun will rise tomorrow? Wrong. Wrong, my friend. What if the sun chooses tomorrow to explode? What's that? That's a scary thought. Thinking about the sun exploding. No. That's not a scary thought. Don't worry. Don't worry, my friend. Don't worry. The thing is, you see, if the sun were to explode, number one, it is beyond our control. And we should not be concerned about things beyond our control. Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. They will happen or they won't happen, regardless of whether we worry about them. So we simply should not worry. We simply should not worry, because the worry is useless and it does nothing to affect the situation other than to poison our minds. So that's foolish. That's foolish to worry about something that you have no control over. That is number one. And number two, my friend, let us be real here. Let us be real for a moment. If the sun were to explode, you know what would happen? We would disappear in a nanosecond. In an absolute nanosecond. It would be like flicking a light switch. It would be like flicking a light switch. 1 second, 1 nanosecond, you're on, and the next nanosecond, you're off. Off into the next world, whatever that might be. It could be blissful nothingness, blissful peace and quiet. Or it could be heaven. It could be heaven. It could be hell. If you've been naughty, have you been naughty, creature? You look like you might be a slightly naughty individual. Is that correct? Am I correct in that assumption? You look like there's a little bit of a naughty element to you. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a cheeky glint in your eye, like you might get up to no good. Is that true? Is that true, my little friend, my little creature? Are you going to get up to no good? What are your plans for the rest of the day? Tell me now. Tell me immediately and be honest with me. Be honest with me, creature. Are you going to engage in any sort of questionable activities? Morally questionable? No. You're well behaved. You're well behaved, are you? Okay. Well, I shall take your word for it. I shall take your word for it, my little creature. Perhaps I was wrong in my earlier assessment. That you'll have a little cheeky look in your eye, like you might get up to no good, like you might get up to mischief. But maybe not. Maybe I was correct. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody has the capacity for both good and evil, don't they? I think so. I think it is like a spectrum, really. Like a spectrum. Some people are more to one side of the spectrum than the other, and most people lie somewhere in the center. I would say somewhere in the center, somewhere capable of both good and evil. Oh, there's a little doggy nearby. A little doggy. He's wondering what I'm doing. Where was I? I got totally and utterly distracted and derailed by the cute little doggy. Ah, yes. I believe we were talking about good and evil and morality, weren't we, my little friend? Good and evil and morality. And I was saying how some people are closer to one side of the spectrum than the other. I think they are the outliers, though. They are the outliers, I believe. Most people are roughly 50-50 good and evil. And then you get some absolute psychopaths that are like 90% evil or 90% good. The saints of the world, the saints. People that are just naturally inclined towards goodness. Where does it come from? That natural inclination. And does accumulation of experiences that they have throughout life that influences them? Or are there forces at work that we can scarcely comprehend that are influencing our every decision? Possibly. What do you think, my friend? What do you think? Do you think there might be angels and demons all around us as we speak? Do you think that we are not alone, that we are in fact never alone, and that there are angels and demons and other otherworldly creatures observing us right now? They could be observing us right now. They might be jealous, do you think? They might be jealous that we have this corporeal body and that we're capable of doing these little experiences together. Oh, some doggy is barking in the field. What is he barking at, though? I can't tell. Maybe he's barking at one of these otherworldly creatures. Maybe the dog can sense something that we cannot. Maybe animals are more closely in tune with this other world than us humans. I think it's possible. I definitely think it's possible that children are more in tune with the other world than adults. You know what I'm saying? I do think that something gets lost when you become an adult. Some sort of magical element, some sort of innocence. I do think you naturally become more cynical as you get older, and this closes your eyes to certain things from the other world. I think it's possible. I think it is possible, my friend. My friend, it is getting absolutely freaking boiling out here. Boiling, can you feel it? Can you feel it? I'm playing with the grass right now. I'm just taking a moment to play with the grass. It's so soft and delectable. What a wonderful little sensation. Sometimes, my friend, it is important to remember that, we might not always be able to feel grass. I'm not talking specifically about feeling grass here, my friend. I'm talking about any experience. One day we may not get to have this experience again, so we should cherish it whilst we can. We should indulge in it whilst we can. Obviously, though, you can't take that too far. For example, you cannot become hedonistic. You cannot say that I would like to eat 10,000 calories of ice cream today because I might not be able to do so in the future. No. That's silly. 10,000 calories of ice cream. Are you absolutely mad, my friend? Are you absolutely mad? Don't you know what that will do to you? Probably give you a tummy ache. That's about it, really. That's probably about it. That's not too extreme, but you know what I'm saying. We need to be careful. That we don't go off the deep end. That we don't indulge too much in things that we deem pleasurable. We must moderate our behavior so that we do not lose ourselves completely and unravel. My friend, my creature, if I may be so bold, I think it is time to end our little session together today. It is simply too hot now. I can feel my arms cooking in the sunlight. I think I'm going to be a brown individual after this. Well tanned. You know what I'm saying? I love being tanned. I don't know why, but I like it. Anyway, my friend, it has been absolutely wonderful to see you today. Wonderful to come across you. I did not expect to see you on my little walk in the field today, but I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that our paths crossed and that we got to experience this little experience together today. This little drawing on your face. I think it looks absolutely beautiful and amazing and magical. Oh, goodness me. care, my friend. Take care, my friend, and I wish you the absolute best. I wish you the absolute best in this world and in your life. Take care, my friend, and goodbye. Goodbye. Oh my, what an interesting specimen we have here. An interesting specimen indeed. What even is that? What even is that? Hello? Hello? Can you see me? Can you see me? I think you can, can't you? What are you, you peculiar little creature? You peculiar little creature. Well, as a man of science, luckily I come prepared. Everywhere I go, I carry with me some necessary small pieces of equipment so that I might investigate further should I discover any unusual little creatures like you. Yes, indeed, yes, indeed. Let me just get my handy little magnifying glass here so that I might get a closer look at you. Oh, yes, indeed. Look at that. Look at that. What a peculiar little specimen you are. Let's have a little look, shall we? Let's have a little look. Fascinating. You look absolutely peculiar. Peculiar. I think peculiar is the perfect way to describe your appearance and the way that you look. You look peculiar. Peculiar. Let me just take one last little look, okay? Sorry, can you hear my magnifying glass? It's a little bit clicky, isn't it? It's a little bit clicky. It's plastic, you know. It's cheap plastic. Okay, I think I'm satisfied. With what I'm seeing. I think it is time now for me to take some measurements of you and make some little notes, write down some little notes as I measure you. Are you going to behave yourself, you peculiar little creature? Are you going to stay still for me whilst I measure you? Okay, good. Just let me get my necessary things. Of course I need to get a pen, don't I? Or a pencil to write down my notes. some simple measurements of your face. I think that is the best course of action. Just unraveling it. Okay, it takes a while. There we go. Are you a patient creature? Or are you an impatient creature? Can't quite tell from that vacant look on your face. Quite a vacant look you have indeed. Oh well, let us commence some measuring, shall we? Okay, let us see here. Let me place that against your head. What are we looking at? Okay, very good. Head measurement. Okay, excellent. Let us do the length of this part of your head, shall we? Okay. Let's make a little drawing. I think actually is the best way to do the measurements, to write them down. Length of the head. We got, what is that? It's millimeters. Okay. Oh, my penlet's gone flying. It's gone for a little dance. Gone for a journey and adventure. Okay. Now, let me measure the length of your head on the other side. I want to check for any asymmetry. Are you asymmetrical or are you symmetrical? Oh, that's good. Measurement comes to almost the same. You are almost perfectly symmetrical. That is very good indeed. You know, perfectly symmetrical things are generally considered good looking. So I suppose that means that you are good looking for a creature, for a peculiar little creature. Now, stay still. Let me measure down here. Okay, let me measure the width down here. Let me measure the width. What is that? 6. Okay. Down here. Measurement of the face. Width. We got 8 millimeters there. Okay. Excellent. You're doing very well, creature. You're doing very well indeed, I must say. Thank you. Thank you for being so well behaved. For being so compliant. Okay, now let me measure the distance from this little feature to this little feature. Let me just try and line that up absolutely perfectly. Is that it? That's it, isn't it? That's it. Okay, so how much is that? 1, 2, 3, 8, 9 millimeters. Okay, so we're looking at, what are we looking at here? Diagonal cross section of the face. Cross section. 8.9 millimeters. Okay, good. Let me get the opposite. Now the opposite measurement. Okay, between these two features, but is that lined up? Yeah, okay, that's good enough. Okay, excellent. Let me just diagonal section there. 9 millimeters. Okay, good. We're making some good progress here. I'm absolutely mapping you out. Now, next thing I want to do is I want to measure the depth of your face in this particular section here. Okay, let me just take a little look. 12. Okay, where's my pen gone? Silly me, losing my pen. Okay, measurement. Here, measurement. so well. I want to measure now though the circumference of your head. If you can even call this a head, what a peculiar little thing it is. Okay. Sorry, let me get this perfect. There it is, that's the perfect measurement right there. 22.1 circumference. Excellent. Let me see if the circumference of your neck has a good ratio to the circumference of your head. Has a good ratio. Look at the ratio. This one is 12.3. 12.3. 12 millimeters. Circumference of the neck. So what is that as a ratio? Neck to head. Circumference. Ratio. That would be, what is that? 3:1. Is that perfectly 3:1? You've got a perfect head to neck circumference ratio of 3:1. Do you understand what that means? Do you understand the significance of that? Probably not, since you're just a little creature. The 3:1 ratio is the golden ratio. You have the golden ratio, my friend, the golden ratio of head to neck circumference. Okay. Now then, my little creature. I'm not done yet. Oh, no, not done yet. I have more measurements to take. This measurement here, what is that looking like? That looks like 39.4. Is that correct? We get my little pen here. 39.4. 39 millimeters. This section down to here. Interesting, very interesting indeed. Actually, over here I think is the next measurement that I should take. Okay, stay still for me, my little creature. You've done very well so far, I must say. Behaving yourself very well indeed. But I do need you to stay absolutely perfectly still for this one, okay? This one is quite a tricky one to get. So what is that? That is looking like it is 38.57, I think. 38.57. 38 millimeters. 38. And let's just do a quick sketch here. Okay, just to make sure that I understand these notes later. I mean, there's no point in me taking notes if I don't understand them at a later date, is there? No, that's why notes need to be nice and neat. Oh gosh, sorry, I'm making a mess there, aren't I? All over your face, tangling up measuring tape with your face, okay. But now I wish to measure the breadth of your shoulders here, okay? I guess we could call them shoulders, let's say. The breadth of the shoulders here. So we start off here at 9.2, and then over here, what is that? 14. That's unusual. That's actually unusual. Okay, let me just see how that compares to the depth of this over here. The depth of this over here. Stay still, my little creature, stay still. You're getting a bit antsy now, aren't you? You're getting a bit antsy. We've been here for a little while. And you're getting bored, aren't you? I can tell. I can tell. Just stay still for a little bit longer. 112. That doesn't make any sense, does it? You've got some unusual proportions, my friend. Unusual body proportions. The shape of you. The shape of you. It's peculiar. Peculiar. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Not necessarily a bad thing. It's just different. You know, just different. Unexpected. Unexpected. It's okay to be different though. Not necessarily bad at all. Okay, there's a couple more measurements that I want to take still. Okay, are you doing okay there? Are you doing okay? You okay? Are you doing okay? You look okay. You look okay to me. Just a couple more minutes, a couple more measurements, and you'll be free to go about your life, whatever it is you like to do. I can only imagine what kind of things you get up to. Yes, interesting. Okay, enough of that. Let's get these measurements, shall we? These final few measurements. Final few measurements. Actually, what I might do here is if I place that there, I can get really specific, can't I? Really specific with the measurements here. I'm talking down to the second decimal point. Second decimal point. Okay, so that's what is that? 140.39. 140.39. Okay, 140.39. 140.39. Okay, good. I think we do that again actually, but on the other side, because I really do like the measurements there and getting that a specific measurement down to the second. Let's just have a little look here, shall we? Let's just have a little look down here, shall we? On this one, it is, what is that? 134.5. 31.4.53. Okay. Okay, stay still. What was it? I've forgotten. 135.53. 13. I'm gonna have to do it again, aren't I? I'm going to have to take the measurement again, aren't I? Silly me, that's my bad, that's my bad. Stay still again. Okay, here we go. Stay still again. Let me get my little magnifying glass once more as well. What is that? 1, 3. Okay, good. 1, 3. I remember this time. Silly me. Okay, you know, I have problems with my brain sometimes. I know. You would look at somebody like me and you would think there's no way that kind of person has a problem with my brain. I mean, look at me. Does that look like the face of somebody that has problems with their brain? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, we're gonna do two more up close and personal measurements. Yeah, okay. 2 more up close and personal measurements. Now then, what is that there though? What is that there? No, there's no way that's 135.5. It's almost identical to the previous measurement. Wait a second. see that, shall we? Hang on a minute. 106.53 millimeters. Okay. These measurements are all very similar, very close in nature, very close. I mean, I suppose that is actually really good, because that means that you're quite symmetrical in all manner of different locations and different ways. Very interesting. Now, I have only one final measurement that I need to take, okay? So, there's no need to get impatient with me, is there? No, there's not. Hang on. Let me just get this absolutely perfect. I need to come down here so that I can see the measurement just perfectly, okay? There it is. That's it, isn't it? What is that, though? What is that, though? 5.61. Okay, so this final one, 5.67 millimeters from here to here, the width of that. Oh my goodness me. I mean, that's fantastic, isn't it? That is absolutely fantastic. How are you doing there, my little friend? My little peculiar creature. Let me just wrap up my measuring tape, okay? I need everything to be nice and tidy and where it should be. Everything must be organized, okay? Everything simply must be organized, okay? Oh gosh, this is going to take me a long time. Oh gosh, it's a fiddly little measuring tape, and I have big hands because I'm so big. I'm such a big giant, especially compared to you. You tiny little thing, tiny little creature. You're actually quite adorable, actually, now that I really look at you and I appreciate you. Such a small, adorable little creature. Well, I must say, little creature, thank you so much for being so patient with me today and for behaving so well. You did absolutely splendidly. Splendidly. And I think our little session could not have gone better, actually. Reviewing our measuring session today and the documentation, it has gone phenomenally well, don't you think? I think so. I've got a lot of measurements written down. I do actually just want to write down a little brief description, an overall description of your appearance, and a couple of extra little notes. Okay? But just let me finish getting this measuring tape neatly wrapped up. I'm almost done. I know I'm taking my time today, aren't I? Taking my sweet time. As if time isn't finite in nature and the most precious resource that we have, and wasting it is probably the greatest sin of all. But that's outrageous if you think about it, because how can you possibly waste time? You can't. You simply can't. Any time spent doing anything is a valuable expense, valuable expenditure of the time. Isn't that right? Look at that. Wouldn't you say that's absolutely perfect? Because I would. Oh, look how neat and tidy it is. Oh, goodness me. Do you sometimes look at something neat and tidy and you think, wow, what an absolute piece of perfection that is. An absolute piece of perfection. I'm just writing some extra notes about you now. First, a general overview, a general description of you. Okay. It's very big compared to small, peculiar, strange, abnormal, but kind of good, actually. So, I am ready to release you back into the wild now, to allow you to go on about your day and do whatever it is that you do, you silly little creature, you strange, peculiar little creature. What are you going to do after this, I wonder? I wonder indeed. Well, thank you so much, my little creature, for being so patient with me today and for being so well behaved, and I hope that you enjoyed our little session together today. I think it was probably quite relaxing for you. Would you say so? Would you say that it was quite relaxing today? To get measured by me, to get documented by me? Yes, indeed, and rest assured that this documentation shall be written up nicely, and it shall be in all manner of publications. People shall know all about you now. Indeed, all about your measurements, all about you. So I think you should be quite happy with yourself, shouldn't you? Yes, you should. Okay, enough waffling, enough rambling, I think. It's time to go, my friend. It is simply time to go. So, I bid you goodbye. Take care. And you know what? I wish you the best on your journeys in life. I wish you the best. I hope that everything goes well for you. And I hope that you get everything you want and that you're happy and fulfilled and content. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm giving you that little blessing, transferring that little blessing from me to you. So off you go. Off you go into the world with that little positive blessing. And I'm certain that good things will happen for you. Absolutely. Goodbye, my friend. Goodbye, little creature. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Relaxation session, is it? Just chilling in the forest. You're quite curious, you know. Quite curious indeed. I don't think I've seen something quite like you before. Very interesting. You know, I've been adventuring quite a lot today already. It's a very stormy day. Very stormy day indeed. Lots of high wind and a lot of rain as well. Are you doing okay, little creature? Are you managing okay with these harsh weather conditions? It can't be very nice out here in the cold and the wind and the rain. But I mean, you look like you're doing very well indeed. Maybe you're a hardy little creature, aren't you? Yes, you're a tough little thing, aren't you? Yes, indeed. You know, I'm ever so curious about you. Would you mind if I perhaps examine you and maybe even take some notes? It's just that I'm an adventurer, you see. I like to explore and I like to find magical little creatures such as yourself. And then I like to make little notes about them, document them, you know. It's fun. It's one of my hobbies. What do you say? Would you mind if I make some notes about you? Oh, very good indeed. Just give me a moment, little creature. Give me a moment. You never know when you might stumble across something little like yourself that requires closer examination. Stay still for me, please, and allow me to examine you. Allow me to examine you, okay? That's just the sound of my magnifying glass. It's one of these cheap things from Amazon, you know. Look, it falls apart every 2 seconds, can you believe it? Maybe it'll be easier for me without my gloves on. Let's try again, shall we? Oh, interesting. What an interesting and curious little creature you are. Very interesting and peculiar. When I say peculiar little creature, I must say that I mean it in a good way. When I say peculiar, I simply mean unique, different. And unique and different is, of course, very good. It is very interesting. Imagine if we were all the same little creature. Life would be terribly boring, wouldn't it? Terribly boring indeed. Okay, I think I need to write down the observations that I've made so far, don't you, little creature? Do you like my little pencil case, little creature? It's a doggy. A funny little doggy, don't you think? Look at that. The pen literally jumped out at me. It wants to be used. The pen is excited. It is excited to fulfill its purpose in life. interesting. I've made a lot of observations of you now. I do just want to take some measurements though with my measuring tape. I think I've brought it with me. Let me just take a little look inside my rucksack. Okay, very good. Let's see here. Very interesting measurements and dimensions that you have. Don't mind me measuring you and writing notes about you, do you, little creature? I don't want to make you feel like some sort of science experiment or object, you know what I'm saying? I don't want you to feel like I'm objectifying you. I am merely curious about you. Highly curious indeed. I would say that you are actually quite marvelous, quite fantastic. You have really captured my imagination entirely. Very good. I do just want to take a couple more measurements, okay? Just a couple more. Hanging tight there, little creature. You're doing so well for me. You're doing so well. Was indeed the final measurement that I wanted to take and the final note that I wanted to write. So now my scientific mind is completely and utterly satisfied. So let me pack my things away and maybe I can find some way to reward you. Does that sound good, little creature? Good. Wait just a moment, please. Every single creature that I've come across in the wild on my adventures, they absolutely love having their ears scratched, scratching them just behind the ears with a little tool, a little twig. I think that you might like it too. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I think that you might like it too. Would you like to try, little creature? Let's give it a go, shall we? How does that feel? I think I can see an expression of joy upon that little creature face of yours. Oh yes indeed, oh yes indeed. But what about the other ear? Let us try the other ear as well, shall we? How is that, little creature? How is that? Oh yes, I can tell by the expression on your face that is delectable, isn't it? Delectable. Absolutely delectable. What fluffy little ears you have. Fluffy, fuzzy little ears. They're quite fun to play with, you know. Do you mind if I run my fingers through them? Can you hear that? Sounds like a train, doesn't it? A train far, far away. Oh goodness me, your ears are so soft. So soft. They're a delight to play with. What an absolute delightful little creature you are, spreading joy and wonder to others simply by existing. Simply by existing, the world is a brighter place because you're in it. Can you hear that wind? Oh goodness me, it is very windy indeed. Very windy indeed. I do believe, little creature, that unfortunately it is time for me to leave. As much as I wish I could stay in the forest all day, every day with you and have lots and lots of fun, I have to go. I know. I have to go and do responsible things, responsibilities, adult stuff, boring stuff. It's okay though. I'll go home. I'll get all that stuff out of the way. And then I'll come back outside. And I'll have more adventures. And who knows, maybe I'll find you again. And maybe next time the two of us can go on an adventure together. How does that sound? Does that sound like something you'd enjoy? I think you would enjoy it. Okay, little creature. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I've really enjoyed myself, and I hope that you enjoyed yourself too. I'll see you again in the future. Take care out there, little creature. Goodbye. Goodbye. anything? Do those tiny, beady, subterranean eyes of yours even see anything? They look so cute and so small and so beady. Just like you in general, actually. You're a cute, small, beady little creature, aren't you? Just a small little creature. Okay, you know what? Looking at you, all covered in dirt and debris, I feel a little bit sorry for you. I do. I feel a little bit sorry for you. I think I'm going to clean you up. How does that sound? Does that sound like something you'd like? I think so. Who doesn't want to be clean after all? Nice and clean and serene, baby. Okay, let me see what I've got in my rucksack to see if it can be used to clean you. I carry a makeup brush everywhere with me wherever I go. Why does that surprise you, little creature? You think that I don't use makeup? What? Look upon my face for a moment, little creature, and tell me that I am not beautiful. Are you serious right now? Are you being serious? Of course I use makeup. Do you think it's possible to look this good naturally? Absolutely not. Okay, little creature, stay still for me, and I'm going to clean you up a little bit with the lovely soft makeup brush. trying something and we are not getting the desired result, we change our methodology. That is correct. That is correct. We change our methodology. We do something else and we see if that produces better or worse results. And then we regroup, rethink, and come up with a new plan of action. Isn't that correct, little creature? Yes, I can see in your eyes you understand exactly what I'm talking about. Let me take a look at my rucksack, see what else I've got. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Look at this, look at this, look at this. I've got a toothbrush. This might be perfect actually, because the bristles are much firmer than the bristles of the big brush, you know what I'm saying? The toothbrush, yes, there is much more rigidity to toothbrush than the big brush. Obviously the toothbrush is designed for getting nasty little food particles and plaque of your teeth, of your enamel. Yes, indeed. So it has to be firmer and rougher, doesn't it? Rougher. Yes, yes, indeed. This is going to be perfect. Stay still, little creature. Stay still. Yes, look at that. Look at that. Your cheeks are looking cleaner already. I like the look of your cheeks, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm just joking. I'm playing. Chill. Relax, little creature. Relax. See how much progress are we making. Interesting. There is still a lot of dirt and debris all over you. Quite frankly, I am shocked and appalled. How on earth did you get into such a state? Such a muggy little puppy you are. Let me see if I can use the toothbrush in a different way. Use a different method, but with the same tool. Perhaps that will produce better results. Stay still for me, little creature, okay? Stay still for me. Stay still. You're doing very well, I have to say. Very well indeed. You're a very calm little creature, and I appreciate that. I like the calm and the peaceful. I like to be around them. Their energy is infectious. I suppose everybody's energy is infectious, really. That's just basic energy transfer, isn't it? Isn't it? Let me see now. Let me use this toothbrush a little more roughly. rucksack actually. Let me take a little look. Let me take a little look. What the heck is this? What the heck is this? Is this a pipe cleaner? Well, you're not a pipe, are you? But maybe I could use the pipe cleaner to clean you. This looks a little bit like one of those creatures from Beetlejuice, don't you think? You know, I never saw that sequel. Didn't they make a sequel semi-recently? Maybe 1 year ago. Maybe 2, I don't know. Is the Beetlejuice sequel any good? Would you know, little creature? Are you a cinema enthusiast? A movie maniac? Do you like to watch movies, little creature? Do you like to watch movies? Tell me, little creature, should I watch Beetlejuice too? Is it good or is it absolute trash? Which it could very well be, couldn't it? It could be a cash cow. A cash cow, as they say, milking it for money. Milking it for money. Is this pipe cleaner having any effect upon you? I can't really tell. This might be completely and utterly useless. This might be the most useless tool of all time. But you know what I was thinking recently, little creature? I think it is actually impossible to waste time. There is simply no such thing as wasting time. Because everything, absolutely everything, is an experience of some sort, is it not? Yes, obviously, little creature, some activities are not as high octane as others. Some activities might be boring, they might not be productive, whatever. Who cares about productivity? Productivity is for the birds. For the birds. He agrees with me. The birds, they love productivity. Haven't you seen them? Haven't you watched the birds and their comings and their goings? Constantly productive. They love to gather things, to build nests, and they love to look for seeds and insects. They love it, those little birds. They're so productive. Well done, little birdies, well done. I think that crow might be watching us, little creature. It better not want to eat you. You are ever so little, after all. It would be very easy to eat you, wouldn't it? Yes, indeed. I bet you couldn't stop the bird from eating you. I bet you couldn't stop me from eating you. If I so chose, if I so desired. Don't worry, little creature, don't worry. I'm not hungry right now. You're lucky effect upon you whatsoever. No cleaning effect whatsoever. Let me see. I do think that I have one more thing in my rucksack that I might be able to use to clean you. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. The spoolie. You simply cannot beat the spoolie, can you? What a wonderful, mesmerizing little bit of equipment. Wonderful, mesmerizing little bit of equipment. The spoolie, the spoolie, the spoolie, the spoolie. That is having a great effect on you, little creature. Goodness me, you're looking cleaner already. Let me see if I can't go a little bit deeper. What about that? What about that? How does that feel? Oh, that's making some big progress. Yes, I think that is it. I think that might that, you know what I'm saying? Oh yes, you are looking 100% clean, 100% fantastic. And you know what? I dare say you look very relaxed as well. I hope you had a good time today. Hope you found our little session relaxing. And maybe I'll see you again in the future, little creature. I think we will. I think we will see each other again. Take care. And goodbye, little creature. Goodbye. Hello there. Are you the little creature that I've been looking for? You know, I've been traveling through this forest now for about, I don't know, I've lost track of the time, to be honest. But I am in search of a particular little creature, and it might just be you. A little birdie told me that there was a creature in the forest that was in desperate need of a cranial nerve exam. Would that be you by any chance, little creature? Is that you? You look like you might need a cranial nerve exam. Am I right? Oh, excellent, excellent. I'm so glad that I found you. I've been walking for quite some time now. I'm a little bit tired, you know. A little bit tired. But don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I live to serve others. And in particular, I love to give them cranial nerve exams. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, yes, indeed. Let me get my little things ready and we can begin, can't we? We can begin post haste. Are you ready for the first part of the cranial nerve exam, little creature? The first part is the taste test. Oh, yes indeed. Yes indeed. I have brought with me a number of artificial flavors, little bottles containing different flavors. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to shake them up a little bit quickly. Shake them up. Shake them up. And then I'm going to let you taste each of the flavors. Okay, and then you're going to identify the flavor for me. You're going to tell me what it tastes like. Quite simple and quite fun, I dare say. Are you ready? Let's begin. nearby. Maybe they would like to interrupt our cranial nerve exam, steal us away, take us to their little cottage in the woods, their scary cottage, and do all manner of witchy things to us. It's okay though. You're perfectly safe with me, little creature. Perfectly safe with me. I will look after you. Okay. Okay. The next part of the cranial nerve exam today. The smell test. Let us begin. Prepare those tiny little nostrils of yours and take a little sniff, please. What do you think that smells like? Apple shampoo. It smells like apple shampoo. Absolutely correct, little creature. Apple shampoo. What a delightful smell. That artificial apple smell. You simply cannot beat it. You simply cannot recreate it in nature either. You know it is an amalgamation of chemicals. Glorious, glorious, delightful chemicals. Are you ready for smell number 2? Get the sniffing, baby. Get the sniffing. What does that smell like, little creature? Freshly mowed grass. Oh, yes, indeed. What a delightful smell that is, isn't it? Freshly mowed grass. One of life's simple pleasures, I dare say. Let's move on to smell number 3. Take a little sniff of this one for me, please. What do you think that one smells like? It smells like an orangutan. An orangutan. Oh my goodness me. That's correct. That's exactly what it says on the bottle. Orangutan. Orangutan smell. That's crazy. I don't think I've ever smelled an orangutan before. Hold on a second. It is a curious smell indeed, isn't it? A curious smell. Have you smelt many orangutans before, have you, little creature? What an unusual and interesting life you must lead. Okay, regardless, we have established that your sense of taste is working A-OK. We have also established that your sense of smell is working A-OK. Now, I would like to look inside your ears. Okay. One moment, little creature. One moment. Just did another quick little check. Make sure that we're all not supposed to have that kind of stuff inside your ears. Don't worry, little creature. I will give your ears a quick clean in just a moment. Let me look at your other ear first, though, you know what I'm saying? Let us take a look. Let us take a look at your ear over here. Your ear over here. Oh, goodness me. Goodness flipping me. That ear over here is the same as this ear over here. You're in Gunk City. You're in Gunk City. There's so much gunk inside those ears. I need to clean out those bad boys ASAP. ASAP. Let me see what I've got in my rucksack, okay? See what I have here, little creature. Oh, yes, indeed. A toothbrush. A toothbrush. However, it is very, very good indeed for cleaning out the ears of little creatures such as yourself. Stay still for me, okay? Stay still for me. I'm going to really get in there now, okay? I'm going to really get in there. They are messy, aren't they? They're very messy. I suppose it can't really be helped, can it, little creature? You are in the woods, after all, living in the forest 24/7. There's all manner of dirt and debris here. Difficult to stay perfectly hygienic. I understand, little creature. I'm not judging you, don't you worry. I'm not judging you. Let me see if I've got another tool. Maybe something that I can use with a little more precision. Let's see. Let me look inside my rucksack. Yes, indeed, little creature. Yes, indeed, that is exactly what do you think it is. A spoolie. A spoolie. What a fantastic color as well. A lovely pink spoolie. I'm just getting right in there. I'm not wasting any time. I'm going to be honest, little creature. It's freezing in this forest, isn't it? My little pink hands are going numb. is foolishness and arrogance on their part. People that think they're better than other creatures. Absolute arrogance, the hubris, the ego. I'm going to be honest with you, little creature. That is one of my number one pet peeves. Listen, little creature, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. The older I get, the grumpier I become. There are actually quite a few things now that make me grumpy, that make me angry. But one of the things guaranteed to make me grumpy and to make me angry is arrogant people that think they are better than others and that don't have any consideration for others. Arrogant a-holes. That's what I think. Some of them, I'm going to be totally honest with you, some of them, they need a slap. Okay? They need a slap on the face to bring them down a peg or two. Obviously, I would never do that, okay? Because of our glorious, wonderful, modern society, something terrible would happen to me if I just slapped somebody, wouldn't it? But some people, all I'm saying, they deserve a slap. That's it, hypothetically. These arrogant a-holes that think they're better than others and that treat others badly, they could do with a little bit of a slap. That's all I'm saying. What do you think, little creature? Do you agree with me? You're far too adorable, aren't you? You're far too adorable. You're a small, peaceful, loving little creature, and you would never wish harm upon anybody, not even the arrogant a-holes or the terrible people of the world. Well, maybe one day I will be as good as you. Maybe one day I will achieve that state of zen and peace and love that you exude and exhibit. Let me just get deeper in your ears now, okay? Is that okay, little creature? How does that feel? I'm going pretty deep inside your ear right now. Pretty deep inside your ear. Is it okay? It's okay. It's okay. 100%. Everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. Here it is, it's getting the other ear as well now. Just getting the other ear as well now. I think you're enjoying that, aren't you, little creature? I can see it on your face. I can see it on your eyes. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly acceptable. You take enjoyment where you can in life, little creature. Sometimes it can feel difficult, can't it? It can feel like too many bad things are happening in life. It's important to just slow down a little bit sometimes and take enjoyment in the simple things. The simple things. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Your ears, they look so much cleaner already. I guarantee that your hearing has improved as a result of the cleaning today. Now I do need to test your nerves on your face very quickly, very simply. I want you to close your eyes, little creature. I'm going to poke you with either the soft side of the spoolie or the slightly sharp side of the spoolie. Okay, and then I want you to tell me sharp or soft. Okay. Sharp or soft? Good. soft. Good. Sharp or soft. Good. Sharp or soft. Good. Sharp or soft. Good. Sharp or soft. Good. Excellent job there. Excellent job, my little creature. Let me think. Let me recall. What have we tested today? Your sense of taste. Your sense of smell. Your hearing ability. Although really I just cleaned out your ears, but I guarantee your hearing has improved as a result of that. And also the nerves on your face as well. The nerves on your face. So everything is working tip-top, tickety-boo. Unfortunately, little creature, I don't really have anything with me to test your eyesight today. Do you have any complaints in that regard, little creature? You think your eyesight is absolutely fine? That's wonderful to hear. That's wonderful to hear. I might come back and see you again in the future with a little bit more equipment so that I can run more tests on you. Would you like that, little creature? We could do that. We could do that. I've had a good time with you today. If you've had a good time with me, then we could do it again, couldn't we? We could do some more little medical appointments on you outside here in the beautiful forest. That sounds good. That sounds good to me too. Thank you for being so nice and so pleasant, little creature. I've had a great time today. I'm going to go now, and I'll see you again